This is the key to my wife's 2004 Honda Accord. It doesn't work. Well, the key works, but none of the buttons work, presumably because the battery is run out. I'm going to open it up and replace the battery and hopefully save having to buy another key. Here we have the key fob. The first thing to do is locate the screw that holds everything together, which is at the bottom of the black housing here. I will attempt to unscrew that screw, though I don't expect to succeed. Sadly, I believe this screw has already been pre-stripped from some earlier attempts to replace the battery. Luckily, I was prepared for this. I have my drill here with a 5/64 drill bit in place. I'm going to drill into the head of the screw and bust the cap off and be able to open up the lid of the key fob without removing the rest of the screw at all. The head of the screw comes off in a nice ring. You can easily pry open the housing now. You want to be careful not to break the top end of the housing, which is not meant to act as a hinge. Separate carefully. Inside the housing, we find a module where the electronics are held. This houses the buttons, the electronics, and the battery is inside. To open the housing, we simply pry gently the tabs on the top and bottom. And inside is the battery. We can pretty safely assume that this battery is dead, so let's get rid of it. The battery we're going to use for this project is the CR1616 battery. Replace the battery in the same way it was found. Put the housing back together. Make sure it's clicked together. And at this point, you should be able to test the module to see if it actually works by locking the car. And we see that the light comes on, letting us know that it works. You may also be able to hear the car in the background locking and unlocking. So now we have a functional electronics module. Let's put this back into the key fob housing by lining up the buttons and replacing it into the fob. And putting the housing back together. Line up the top of the key fob where this clip is first, and it snaps back together. Now that I've got the key fob back together, I'm going to drop a little dab of hot glue right where the screw head was to keep it together for use. And we're done! A working key fob once again. I hope you found this project useful.